Hello guys, so we're
Hey everybody, it's
filming
AJ for Disney Food Vlog. We're
Disneyland,
ranking all the rides in Disneyland and Disney California Adventure today. That's
ranking
right, I said
all the
all of them.
Disneyland
This has been a
rides.
labor of love because our whole team has kind of contributed to where these rank, and you're going to disagree with some of them and hopefully agree with some of them, and maybe the rest you won't care about. I don't know, but I'm excited to see how you guys react to this list. Now, before we get started, if you're planning a Disneyland trip in the near or far future, make sure to drop us your email after this at disneyfoodblog.com/DisneylandPlans, and you're going to receive a free downloadable guide for your upcoming West Coast vacation. So first, we're going to start off with the rides I wouldn't say are bad by any means, but they're more like skippable and fairly forgettable. So first up is the Jumpin' Jellyfish and Disney California Adventure. This is a Paradise Garden Park flat ride coming at ya, and this is pretty cute. It's a tame, colorful, gentle
8 out of 10.
ride with some great views across the pier. Is it worth a 15+ minute wait?
I'd rate it
No,
8 out
but
of
if you
10.
can squeeze some time into your schedule in the afternoon to try this one out, your little kids are going to really enjoy it. Rating here, 5 out of 10. Next is Jesse's Critter Carousel in Disney California Adventures. This is one of the newest rides over there in DCA, and we have no hard feelings. And we have no problems with Jessie and her critter pals. We love them, but at the end of the day, the Critter Carousel in Pixar Pier is just a carousel, and it doesn't have any sort of history or
2 out
Disney
of
legend
10.
behind
I don't
it.
like
Take it or leave it.
carousels.
Younger kiddos will enjoy riding on the backs of those silly-looking critters from Toy Story and listening to some rootin' tootin' music, but if you're not traveling with someone who's younger and may not be tall enough for some of the other rides in the park, then it's okay to skip this one. Rating is 5 out of 10. This is our first controversial one here, I think, y'all. Astro Orbiter in Disneyland.
10 out of 10.
Unlike the Astro Orbiter in Magic Kingdom, this version of the aerial carousel is not nearly as impressive, and that's because it's sitting on ground level, while the one in Disney World is atop the People Mover, giving it sweeping views of the entire Magic Kingdom park. Astro Orbiter is fine to ride around if you're trying to kill time before your next lightning lane, but otherwise, not a lot's going on with this one. It's nice to look at, though. It's very steampunk. Rating, 5 out of 10. Next up, these next two are classics, so look out. Mad Tea Party
6 out
in
of 10.
Disneyland. So here's where people are going to start getting mad at us. Mad Tea Party is a classic. Many guests love it for its Alice in Wonderland theming and open air setup. The bathrooms in the Disneyland Hotel are themed after the teacups, but it's just not everyone's cup of tea. Oh, I'm making this even worse, aren't I? A spinning teacup ride is a lot like a carousel ride. When you've ridden one, you've ridden them all. So if you don't get a chance to ride Mad Tea Party, you'll probably get a chance to ride some version
This
of
is
it at the
a
local
6
amusement
out
park
of
or
10.
Traveling County Fair. Now, does that mean you shouldn't ride it? No, this is the original Mad Tea Party teacups. This is what all the other spinning teacup rides were based on. So ride it if you can, but it's not critical. Rating, 5 out of 10. And the Autopia. All right, lots of y'all are going to disagree with this, and that's because Autopia in Tomorrowland can be super thrilling for those who don't have a driver's license or who aren't tall enough to drive around a regular go-kart track just yet. But for those
7
you
out of
out there
10.
who are used to the commuter lifestyle, Autopia is literally just
Wait.
driving a car around a controlled
Guys,
track
I'll be
for a
back.
brief period of time. Nothing more. I do like the atmosphere of this Autopia. Used to the commuter lifestyle, Autopia is literally just driving. Ride it? No, this is the original Mad Tea Party teacup. This is what all the other spinning teacup rides were based on. So ride it if you can.
Guys, I'm back.
Not critical. Rating, 5 out of 10. And
6.
Autopia. All right, lots of y'all are going to disagree with this, and that's because Autopia in Tomorrowland can be super thrilling for those who don't have a driver's
8
license.
out of 10.
Or aren't tall enough to drive around a regular go-kart track just yet. But for those of you out there who are used to the commuter lifestyle, Autopia is literally just driving a car around a controlled track for a brief period of time. Nothing more. I do like the atmosphere of this Autopia. It's much better than the Tomorrowland Speedway in Disney World. So if you have to choose one of them, choose the Disneyland version. 5 out of 10. Okay, now we're moving on to the rides I'd say are worth riding if you've already ridden everything else. Otherwise, they may not be worth prioritizing. We're going to start with Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters in Disneyland. Now remember, the qualification
7
of
out
this
of 10.
section. The rides that are worth riding if you've already done everything else. Now, not to give any spoilers or anything, but DCA definitely has Disneyland beat when it comes to interactive shooting rides. Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters is colorful and spinny, but it's probably the weakest link of these style rides. That being said, it also usually has the shortest line. So if you're one of the people who feel like all these blaster rides are very similar to one another, then you may wind up preferring this one just because of the wait times alone. Rating is 6 out of 10. And Chippendale's Gadget Coaster in Disneyland. Recently, the former Gadgets Go coaster in Toontown has
9 out
revamped
of
to
10.
Chippendale's Gadget Coaster. Now, this coaster is cute. It looks nice and shiny. We love the theme. Rescue Rangers is not often represented, but I'd compare its layout to the Barnstormer in Magic Kingdom. You're by no means going to experience high-speed thrills here, but this is a great junior coaster for new riders who are starting to test the coaster waters, but aren't quite ready to dive right into them just yet. Rating 6 out of 10. Next up is Dumbo the Flying Elephant in Disneyland. Okay, Dumbo's an icon, but not necessarily the most exciting icon of the park. We enjoy the version of this ride over in Magic Kingdom a lot more just for that massive indoor playground that kids can
What's up,
enjoy
dude?
while they're waiting for
Hi.
their turn to
Hi,
ride.
are you having
When it
fun?
comes to
Yeah.
the Dumbo in
Are ya?
Disneyland, the
Yeah.
original
Good.
Dumbo, the wait is pretty dull.
Done with
Not
your
to mention
tray?
There's only one Dumbo
Yeah.
carousel here while Magic Kingdom
I'm
has
thirsty.
two. Not to interrupting your Disneyland scripted Disney World facts or anything. But at the
Guys,
end of the day, you ride Dumbo
that was
to
my
rite of
grandpa.
passage
Sorry
and
about
not to
that.
get arrested for it. Do it once, and that's enough. Rating 6 out of 10. Goofy Sky
I'll rate
School.
that
That's going to be
4
your
out
next
of
step up from Chippendale's Gadget Coaster. It's in Disney California Adventure. It's more
10
intense
out
than
of 10.
Chippendale's ride, but not quite as intense as some of the other rides you're going to find in DCA. This is kind of a classic mousetrap coaster. Now, I think this one has the potential of ranking a little higher on the list if it weren't for
It's
the boring
literally a
queue
10
lines.
out of
They're
10.
so dull. And because the coaster only rides 4 guests at a time, the wait isn't always worth the outcome. Rating for this one, 6 out of 10. Next is the Golden Zephyr in California Adventure. What you're going to notice about several of the mid-tier rides I'm about to highlight is that A, many of them can be found.
I don't know, 5 out of 10 because I never
and B,
rode
they
it.
have a basic concept flat ride setup, but they're still executed.
Oh, no,
pretty well.
never
The
mind.
Golden Zephyr is one of
This
those
is
rides.
a
You go round
6
and round
out
the
of
retro-style
10.
spaceship,
I've
but
ridden it
that's about
before.
as exciting as it gets. What I will say about these is that they do a great job of being family friendly. So even if some of the other DCA rides can be a little intimidating, you do have these Paradise Garden Park rides to lean on.
Yep,
instead.
I agree with
Rating
that. 6 out of 10.
Next is the Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind in Disney California Adventure. If you're an Inside Out fan, then you're
Thank you.
really going to love the theming of
You're
Emotional Whirlwind over in Pixar Pier. But other than the
9
bright
out
and
of
quirky
10.
colors and characters, this is a typical spinny balloon ride. I understand wanting to support joy and sadness and the rest of the emotions, but I wouldn't wait more than 15 minutes for this one. Rated 6 out of 10. And here we have Alice in Wonderland over in Disneyland. So Alice is one of those dark rides in Fantasyland that just can't compete with the others. There's a lot to see in this Fantasyland
4
dark ride.
4 out of
Birthday
10.
Parties, disappearing Cheshire cats, unhinged queens that want to decapitate little girls. It's cool, we're fine. It's
Right?
Disney.
Wants me to throw this away. Do you want it? She only took a
All in
little
all,
bite and don't like
Alice
it.
is a wacky,
No.
colorful ride that's good for all ages and heights, but might be a little freaky for those who aren't a huge fan of this trippy, nonsensical realm in the first place. Rating 6 out of 10. And here's the Mark Twain Riverboat in Disneyland.
Okay.
And we'll throw the sailing ship Columbia
10
in
out
here
of
too.
10.
So what's there to say about these big old boats?
But I don't
around
like how
the
long
rivers
it
of
takes
America?
to-
They're easygoing, they're relaxing, they're scenic, kind of lengthy. And they give you similar views that you see from the Davy Crockett's Explorer canoes without all the arm work. Don't worry, we're going to talk about the canoes later. But other than that, it's a boat. It's a nice boat. Won't make or break your trip if you miss
Yeah,
it. but
6
it's a
out of
nice
10.
time. Rating 6 out of 10. And we're back with the Paradise Garden ride. Silly Symphony Swings in DCA is next. Silly Symphony Swings are again very carnival-like, but less sketchy. You sit in a swing, you spin around, and then you land back on the ground again. It's simple entertainment. I remember riding these swings when I was a little girl at our
You
local
want this
amusement
one?
park, and it's always fun. Don't wait forever in line for it, but give it a spin if you've got time to spare. Rating 6 out of 10. We're headed back to
7 out of
Fantasyland
10 on that
Junior's
one.
Circus train. This is adorable. Is it wild? No. Is it thrilling? No. Is it going to be your favorite ride ever? No. But it's very cute and very
8 out of
iconic
10.
and classic. It's going to take you past those miniature scenes straight from the Disney stories you know
I
and
love the miniature
including but
scenes.
not limited to the Village of Arendelle and Elsa's Ice Palace from Frozen, London Park from Peter Pan, and the Alpine Village from Pinocchio. Rating 6.5 out of 10.
The heck is
And
that?
we'll venture back a little farther in the park
Y'all
for
saw
Roger
that,
Rabbit's
like,
cartoon spin in Disneyland.
right
This
here?
reminds me of a combined version of both the Alice in Wonderland themed rides. It's got the dark ride features that take you through a trippy and vibrant cartoon realm, but you've also got the ability to spin your way through each scene as much as your little twisty heart sees fit. If you don't want to spin your way through it and just enjoy the fun illusions going on around you.
What?
But if you do want to spin, then turn your wheel and go. Now, a lot of you kids don't know Roger Rabbit. You've never seen the film, so I'm kind of interested that they brought this one back.
5 out of 10. I never wrote it.
It's a good film. Rating 6.5 out of 10. And next we've got another slow spinning carousel ride, the King Arthur Carousel in
It's like
Disneyland.
this.
King
0
Arthur
out
Carousel
of
in
10.
Fantasyland feels like a carousel you could find at pretty much any amusement park, but it's way more iconic than that. In fact, a simple carousel is what inspired Walt Disney to dream up plans for a family-friendly theme park in the first place, while watching his daughters ride around on a carousel and merry-go-round in Griffith Park in LA.
I'm not a little
As he sat
kid.
and watched
I'm
the nearby
10.
bench, Walt started dreaming up what a park with rides for all ages would look like, and the rest is history. Rating on this one, for history alone, 6.5 out of 10. Oh, and don't forget to be on the lookout for Jingles, the lead carousel horse. Jingles was dedicated to Julie Andrews, aka the OG Mary Poppins, on Disneyland's 50th anniversary. You'll be able to identify Jingles by her Mary Poppins themed saddle, draped jingle bells, and golden flowers tucked into her mane. Next on the list is The Little Mermaid, Ariel's undersea adventure in California
Oh,
Adventure.
6 out of
This
10.
is one of those rides that you look towards to find out how busy the park is, because on a normal day, wait times for this cute little omni-mover ride are going to be less than 15 minutes. You may even find it to be a walk-on, but if you're visiting on a packed day, the line could be pushing 20 plus minutes or more, and that's when you know you're in a very crowded theme park. Ariel's Undersea Adventure quickly recaps the animated story of The Little Mermaid, while also singing snippets of your favorite tunes right from the film. But be warned, the animatronics are definitely showing their age nowadays and can look a bit menacing at times. And heading all the way back into